So my cameraman asked me, do you want a wide shot or a tight shot? What do I know? Just make me skinny. Which brings me to the topic of our discussion today. Thought transformation for successful living. Now my subtopic is Destiny Reloaded. But to simplify things, we'll say ridding yourself of negative self-talk and negative thoughts that could potentially be dangerous to your destiny, to your success, and to your well-being. We actually are what we think of ourselves. And most of us process negative thoughts throughout the course of the day, more so than not. Did you know that there are more people, more great men and women in the grave that never realized their dreams or their greatness than there are in the world today? That's pretty big. To know that most people who possess this great thing, these qualities that could change their life completely, but they never get a chance to do it because of the way that they live their life, the way that they think, their psyche. Well, today I want to help you rid yourself of the negative thoughts that get in the way of your success. The problem is most people don't think that they think that they are negative. Most people don't agree that they think in a negative manner. Most people will say I'm positive. I think highly of myself and others. I try to support other people. I look at things on the bright side, but that's just simply not true. We entertain negative self-talk day after day throughout the course of our lives. For example, one of the first things I said when my cameraman said to me, what kind of shot do you want, wide or tight? Instantly I said to myself, me being me and me working on my weight make me skinny. But is that really positive reinforcement for self and for others? Are we reinforcing ourselves, or are we actually beating ourselves down and creating self-images that destroy our confidence? And without self-confidence, it's very difficult to be successful. The thing is, we live in a world of duality where we want to walk in balance and we want to achieve peace and live a fulfilled life. And so in order for us to walk in balance, we would have to look to where we came from, to the origin of what we were created to be. And that would mean being as close to the Creator in our behaviors, our mannerisms, in the way that we think, as possible. Can we think and speak and move as closely to the way that we were created to be? That's very difficult in a world of criticism and those who constantly remind us of our flaws in the way that we remind ourselves of the same. Constantly thinking, I'm not going to get it. I don't qualify for it. I'm too far away from it. Even in the workplace, we constantly, recycle thoughts of, am I good enough? Will I qualify? Is it even worth it? We want more money. That was just on the news. I heard that many people are dissatisfied with the amount of money that they make, but none of them are willing to ask for more money. The reason why they don't ask is because deep down inside, they don't believe that they deserve it. We have to get to a place where we get real and honest with who we are, what we think of ourselves, the way that we perceive ourselves, so that we can begin to change the manner in which we think. Thought transformation is difficult. It requires work. But if you're willing to do the work, you can change your life. You can change your destiny. You can live a fulfilled, successful, and joyous life. Today, I'm stuttering, but you get the gist of it. You can change the way that you live based on the way that you think, absolutely. How many of you have heard of Napoleon Hill? Napoleon Hill was an American author and a modern genre success personality, and basically he created literature that supported success. He coined the great phrase, and I want to think of it as one of the greatest phrases ever. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And if this is true, why not apply it to your life? Why not use the power of thought to change your life completely? How do we do that? We're talking about it. We can go over it and the benefits of changing your thought, but how do we apply thought transformation to our daily practice for living? Well, the first thing you would do is change your habits. When you look at someone, begin to think positive things about them rather than there's a hair sticking up or out of place, or gee, he's balding, or she's getting fat. Instead, begin to embrace the positive side of what you see before you. Usually, what you think of others, you think inwardly as well. We don't often spend time in the mirror looking and reflecting at ourselves, but we look at others all the time. And the truth is, the way you see others, you tend to see yourself. So what you should do is begin to practice good thoughts and change the vibration in the way that you think about other people so that you can begin to see yourself in a different light. You are what you think. Now, if you'd like to tap into the greatness that's inside of you, all you have to do is create affirmations. Create affirmations that will remind you throughout the day that you're capable, and that so long as you prepare and you do everything you need to do to stay consistent in whatever your goal is that you set to do, you can get it accomplished. So, create affirmations. If you have to, create a really powerful affirmation, frame it, put it on your nightstand, so when you wake up, the first thing you see is the affirmation. We all have smartphones today, so you can program positive and reinforcing affirmations about yourself into your phone and create an alarm that reminds you at least 3 or 4 times a day that you are capable, that you are great, that you are powerful, and that there's nothing that you can't achieve so long as you set your mind to doing it. The proof in Napoleon Hill's concept, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it shall achieve, happens every day. There's no question. When we think negatively, we get negative results. So if we can begin to change the way that we think, once again, I'm going to keep saying this, we can change the results and we can change our life. And rather than living as great men and women that never realized our dreams and dying before they happen, we can begin to really accept our greatness, believe in it, and just cultivate it. And then our lives will be different. We will be remembered for the great things that we did and the great person that we became. By the way, did I tell you that I'm Sonya Ward? I left that piece out. At any rate, I'm Sonya Ward. I'm an empowerment enthusiast, and I am a writer of New Thought Movement material. I authored a book called Fear is Not My Boss. You can Google it. By all means, I hope you Google it and purchase the book. I'm working on my second book. It is called Passion at the Crossroads. That will be finished in about the next 6 months, and I hope you'll be able to benefit from all of the work that I'm putting into that book, because in life we all have things that happen. Stuff keeps happening. We can't get away from that. It's the way that we handle what happens, the way that we process what happens, that makes a difference. Things happen that are bad, that give us setbacks. But at the end of the day, if we have something that we're passionate about and something that definitely sits in the seat of what we call purpose, and we're pursuing it, we can live life in purpose, on purpose, and with a plan. Thank you for listening, and thank you for coming today.